Howdy to my 2 subscribers. Last devlog, I winged it to get something out there and to make myself do something I'd been meaning to do. This time around, I'm going for better production quality, so I've got a script to go off of, which should also pace the video better. Getting right to it, I mentioned a couple of plans from last video, including a tooltip on the loading screen, which, as you can see, is now implemented. I discussed wanting more population, so I've added another creature. I'm just giving myself some eyes there. The new creature is the turnipling, with a behavior slightly different from the carrotling, which you'll see shortly. So that darker plant in the screen there is the turnipling. And the difference in behavior is that rather than having to stand by and calmly wait for them to come out, they come out once you walk around near them. So there's a little bit of a difference in how you interact with these guys, but they're still pretty similar. They'll just more or less walk around. And they don't get scared when you walk near them, but if you pick them up before they're acclimated to you, they'll be scared and go back into the ground. I was hoping I would spawn with one of the other things I've implemented, so I'll probably do a new run here. I added the shiny functionality with a rate of 1 out of every 64 creatures. This only applies to the carrotling for now, though I do plan to have all the creatures with variants. My goal is to keep the plant side of the game as close to real life as possible, which includes variants of creatures resembling their real life counterparts. When I set up the shiny system, or when I set up the shiny turnipling, which is the plump purple creature that you see, I plan to have a smaller red variant, nodding to its relation to the radishes. I want to carry this theme of grouping similar plants together while educating myself and those who play by including research facts in the bestiary of the game. So, as you can see, when I grab the turnipling, it scares him, even if he's walking around. And when I drop him, he'll reburrow. Let's see if we've got any shiny carrots here. As I mentioned, it's a 1 out of 64 spawns that will be a shiny variant. And that's okay, we'll restart again. Having talked about going over more of the lore of the world, this is where I'm at currently. Your explorer will be dropped off to each run by his home island. The home island will be the base you can decorate and modify with stuff you collect from your runs. Once a run starts, you explore until you reach the end goal, which I was considering making a little floating eye to hint at the goal being to observe, playing with beholder vibes. I also just like animating eyes. So it will be difficult to know if one of the carrots is shiny if it's buried, because, or if it doesn't have any flowers. So if it's shiny and has no flowers, there's really not any way to tell that it's one of the shiny variants. So I'm just gonna pull a couple of these out just to make sure that we're not missing any. I'd really like to show you one with flowers though, because they're purple. We'll do another generation. A run can also be ended by falling off or restarting. I have some low-level unstuck code, but I plan to leave in the restart function in case folks still get stuck somehow. I will be changing it to first restart the same level without reloading the generation, and then if you hit it again, it regenerates the level. The origin of the game is that the world has another force applied to it, and we're calling it mana. It's basically the catch-all for the magic things in the game. Ah, there we go. We got a little shiny carrot. So there's our shiny variant, little purple dude. I'll sit tight and let him walk around and get acclimated. I don't have a shiny hat programmed into the game yet, but that will be the other thing that goes along with all of the shiny variants of creatures, is if they give you a gift and they're a shiny one, you're going to get the shiny version of that gift. So mana is the force that levitates the floating islands off of the surface of the world, which is mostly water. It feeds energy to the inhabitants, allowing plants to be able to move without needing to eat for extra energy. It influences the flow of life, allowing your island to drop you off at random new locations for exploration, and it helps pollinate the islands. I have loose plans to have a sort of logbook or something to document the lore, as mentioned. There will be a bestiary to keep track of the creatures you encounter. By the next video, I'd like to have the island generation optimized a little better and fix a couple of bugs with the loading system where it ends the loading screen without having finished the generation of the map. I also want to have the wings option for the character and a couple more creatures. Down the road, some more things to add eventually will be a full tutorial, language localization options, immersion related particles, a more detailed background, a pause menu, an inventory to see where you've collected what you've collected on the current run, and more character customization options. I'm still deciding what all will be available right away and what will require unlocks as you progress. So that is our shiny guy, and if he gives me one of the flowers, it's just going to be a regular unshiny flower. I know not a lot of folks are watching my videos yet, but if anyone has input on the content and wants to see more of programming or the process or animating, or just like what I'm showcasing, where I'm at with the game, I'm open to suggestions. So thank you kindly for watching.